Hi, it's 1975, and today I'm bringing you some footage from me and AD in conflict zones, just harvesting those massacre missions. As you can see from my shields, I've actually run out of shield cell banks at this point. We hung around way too long in this conflict zone. The reason being, we grabbed a few missions and we were playing for about 2 hours, and we had minutes left to kill those final few to get AD to complete the missions that he'd taken on board. So we were just lingering longer and longer because if we went back to station to rearm, I would have probably have to go and eat, and AD didn't want to be on too much longer. So it was just really like trying to get through as many ships as possible in a shorter space of time as possible. So while I was hanging on in there with virtually no ammo and any multi-cannons and just using my huge beam laser, AD was healing me, and I was using my huge beam laser that heals AD. And that is why I think the regenerative sequence beam laser is my favourite PvE weapon. I mean, let's face it, PvP is all about damage per second and doing as much damage as possible, whereas PvE is about flying with a wing, helping your teammates out, helping your friends out, and harvesting as many kills as possible from either res hunting or this in conflict zones. And anything that can keep your teammates' shields up is greatly appreciated, because your shields go down in a conflict zone and you get an ass behind you with missiles, it can be all over very quickly, especially for AD and his courier. So obviously my job is to swing around and obviously AD low on shields and just keep him in the fight. His medium beam laser can't really do a lot to regenerate my shields, but even a little bit helps. The occasional top up, especially when I've run out of shield cell banks and I'm waiting for my shields to charge naturally. Let's face it, they're going to take a while. I haven't got the strongest shields on my Imperial cutter. I haven't engineered modified. I think I've engineered modified the shield generator, but not the shield bank boosters, I'm going to say. So about 2,400 points of shields, so still quite a lot, but I do generally go in for a bit of ramming, and that does tend to weaken them. And I don't have the greatest amount of shield cell banks. I only have 2 lots, so they run out quite quickly. And in fact, when we hung around this conflict zone so long, I think AD's mission was to kill about 70 or 80. Whereas my highest mission, I had stacked up 3, and I think they were like a kill 60, a kill 50, and a kill 60 or something like that. I think 64 it might have been. I'm not 100% sure, but it was a decent amount of I got a decent chunk of change for this couple of hours of gameplay of me and AD winging it up, flying around a conflict zone, chatting, having a bit of a laugh. I did go through all my synthesis material on my multi-cannons though, and I've run out of sulfur again. I always run out of sulfur first, but I'll probably go mining again soon and get plenty more of it on board. I do like synthesis, it really added to the game, and especially given that I love multi-cannons of all shapes and sizes. I was always gonna require synthesis to make them as appealing to me as pulse lasers, because pulse lasers obviously way more efficient on ammo, but multi-cannons, I love them, but the ammo issue was always there with PvE in mind. It's much more efficient to harvest with pulse lasers, but thanks to synthesis I can stay in the fire a long time with my multi-cannons, and that's really good fun for me. That's why I love the addition of being able to synthesize ammunition for them and being able to reload on the fly. I'm really interested to see what they bring in with these repair modules they're on about doing, and whether you can end up with a ship in a wing that's like a fully support ship, Healy beams, and repaired bots or repair limpets. So it's gonna be interesting. I do like the idea of like a battlefield medic. I use my ASP as a battlefield medic, and I still use my my cutter as a battlefield medic. I have recently gone like all multi-cannon on my cutter, apart from the huge beam laser with regenerative sequence. They are basically the scrap multi-cannons that I've taken off other ships. I'm terrible at upgrading my cutter because it means flying at places, and I still don't like the thing. I'm just weird like that. It's not a Lakon. I am probably going to ditch it at some point and do a battle cow, but I've obviously then got the problem. I've then got to take a battle cow around and engineer all the parts on it. So I'm at the moment I'm in a quandary what to do with it. but we'll see. I may keep it for a while longer yet. It is, you know, a huge, powerful ship, and obviously it's very helpful for someone like AD to have me blowing the crap out of things in a conflict zone for him. It meant he could make a lot more money than, say, if I was in a Type 9. So I think the cutter's safe for now. As long as it stays really useful for my friends, for me to have a cutter, I'll keep one around in my fleet. Plus I can afford it. The rebuy on it's quite shocking. It's like 50 million, which is quite frightening. But then I didn't stimp on the parts. I put the big fuel scoop in it and stuff. So I should really look at my build for my cutter and improve it and tweak it. And I should also engineer it a bit to actually make it more viable and more useful. Though it's going to stay a strictly PvE ship, I am never going to bring the cutter to a PvP fight. Well, not a non-friendly PvP fight. There is a video a little while ago of me taking on someone in it, but it was only for fun, and I knew I was going to get the absolute shit kicked out of me because my half-engineered cutter versus a fully engineered corvette. It's not a contest. It was just, you know, a bit of target practice for somebody that wanted to fight me in PvP, a friendly PvP, and I didn't really have any other ship to use. Though I did enjoy ramming in it because it is a good ramming instrument, and I really should focus on that side of things. I should get those shield strength up massively and see what we can do. Up the shield strength, have some more upgraded multi-cannons on it, and just see if I can make it a useful ship. Like I say, it was useful to AD this night, and we made quite a bit of money very quickly. And it is nice to see AD's POV of him flying around in his little courier. I don't know why he's got rid of his little bobbleheads. He used to spell his name out in bobbleheads, but he's got rid of that from his cockpit. Don't know why. I have to talk to him about that because I did like it. So anyway, that's it for this video. I'm going to leave you with a snippet of just me and AD destroying something just for the cool sound effects. That's all. Thanks for watching.